and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more Warhammer 2 Total War as the Darwi and Thorek Ironbrow specifically.
Always our best.
Let me just lower the volume a little bit. We've pretty much sorted everything out for this turn in the previous episode. We're constructing a bunch of stuff. We're going to have a planned rebellion in Lamia. We're going to get rid of it and then head down south towards Rasetra. Probably there's gonna be a Lizardman army from Teotika coming to fight us somewhere along this way, so we're gonna need to deal with that, and I'm a little bit worried about the greenskins betraying me, but, you know, not much we can do about that. We're also on our way to do that thing over there. Alright, next turn. I've actually recorded the next 2 turns for this Let's Play.
Those who respect the old ways are welcome in my hall.
So I know this is coming, is what I was going to say. The last defenders are going to attack me. But, you know, the good news is, I guess, none of the information that I have is going to be particularly useful, because it's just 2 turns. I just made it from here to down there, effectively, and that's all. However, the reason I'm re-recording them now is my microphone was off. Well, it wasn't off, it was working perfectly fine. I'm going to do migration. I do need extra growth pretty much everywhere. Turns in March, that's good. I also did an experiment, which turned out to be, you know, more or less needless. And I'll tell you a little bit about that as we move along here. So, couple of things. First of all, for some reason, after I did the Windows update, Microsoft just decided that my microphone is now a monitor. And it does that sometimes, and in the device control thing I had to just unplug the microphone and plug it back in, and then Bandicam did the whole thing where it's like, oh no, you unplugged your microphone, I'm going to reset all your audio settings and so on and so forth, and yeah, you know. That's all fine though. What I did not really expect, we're going to get armor piercing for the Quarrelers because we're going to fight Lizardmen and they have a decent bit of armor. Now what I didn't expect was to be lied to. Well, I'm only partially kidding. I did an experiment with the Runesmith because someone on the Facebook Warhammer Total War group posted that the Runesmiths are now bugged. In that, you see this, that's the wrong character, you see this hardened armor thing and sharpened weapons? Well, it was said that if you embed a Runesmith in an army and give him, like, these 3 and these 3 points, while he's still in the army, these won't apply to the army until you take him out and put him back in again. That's not true. As you can see, 105 armor, and I can actually do it again just to demonstrate.
You will bring doom upon us.
95 armor. Put him back in. Hardened armor or scouting, either which way you get both of the army benefits, and it's 105 armor again. It works. It really does work. Regardless of, well, pretty much everything, I suppose. Now, there's also one other thing that we're going to need to do, and that's we're going to need to recruit Cazador Dragonslayer over here, and I've been thinking about this for a while. And the reason we're going to recruit him, is I do have a fair bit of money, and seeing as I'm not playing on Legendary, or very hard, or whatever the hardest campaign is, the hardest campaign difficulty is very hard, the battle difficulty is Legendary. Either way, since I'm not playing on those difficulties, I can actually afford to recruit a new army. Supply lines aren't that terrible on if you're not playing on very hard. So, that means that Cazador is just going to be used as a sort of transportation vessel for some Quarrelers to be added to this army. And that's pretty much it. Next turn, I'm also going to construct a bunch of stuff with the Oath Gold that we have, and I sort of have a rough idea of what I want to make. So a couple of character runes, maybe another weapon, because we do have plenty of characters and we need to give them stuff. Now, all of that said, I'm very glad that the greenskins haven't betrayed me yet. They're exceptionally powerful. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 factions of them, and all of them are exceptionally powerful, at least in the balance of power of the campaign map. So that's kind of not ideal. Let's go ahead and grab some character runes. This is going to go a lot faster now that I know exactly what I want. I don't need to spend a lot of time doing this. So I'm going to get 25 weapon strength, or sorry, 25 melee attack. A Master Rune of Spite. There we go. And then finally, Master Rune of Gromil for plus 50 armor. Don't know if it's just me, but I feel like you should be able to make multiple of these. I mean, like, there's plenty of them. But I guess the sort of downside is you could put like 3 runes of this on a character and make him ridiculously powerful. Okay, you could limit like 1 type of rune per character. Just like, let us make more. I feel like that'd be a bit more sensible. I mean, you can make the lower quality stuff over here multiple times. Why not, you know, elsewhere? Now, anyways, I think I wanted a sword of some sort. Yes. Prospector's Pickaxe. I also built that in the previous attempt to record this. And they pretty much all went to this army, because this army is going to receive reinforcements soon. And he has Warrior's Bane, which is honestly pretty terrible. Sundering attacks, on the other hand, are very useful. And then this, and then this. And I think I also gave him the Rune of Seeking for one of the catapults. Chanted Silver Horn of Vengeance plus 12 charge, yeah, it's, you know. Ride Rohirrim to death and the world's ending, you know, and so on and so forth. Well, wrong universe, but you get the general idea. Also, I could use Cazador to raid my own province over here, incite a rebellion sooner, and then get rid of it that way. There is Skaven over here. Local population 50%, like +1. That's too much. There's an Undercity somewhere between these two. Anywho, let's move on. Now, originally I moved this army first and then this one to sort of see what's going on, but now I know that Krogar is there, so I don't need to do the whole song and dance that slowly. But anyways, yeah, you sort of get the idea. This is how I played originally as well, and then Krogar is going to move to Resetra, and that's as far as I've played. I haven't fought the battle for Resetra. At least I'm hoping he moves there this turn again, as he did last time. I did pretty much the exact same things I did before, and yeah, so we're going to dip into our income a little bit. We're gonna just basically lose most of our income building this, but that's fine. There's plenty of settlements to be had over here, and very importantly, we're going to become a powerhouse in the corner of the map. Basically untouchable, right? The only way people can get to us is through here, and through here. Okay, that's like 3, you know, it's not great, but it's not terrible either. Imagine being like the Empire in the center over here. You can get attacked from all sorts of directions. Being in the corner is extremely beneficial. The only real enemy that we can face down here is the Dark Elves with their Black Fleet sort of roaming the Sea of Dread over there and these gulfs and cliffs in the area, but even they, you know, they tend not to make their Black Fleets too strong. Usually have a couple of units in them. They have to declare war on me. I haven't even met them yet, which is a great thing. So yeah, it's, you know, the whole thing is a little bit questionable, let's say. But other than them, we are never getting touched down there, especially with the reworked Chaos mechanics. Used to be plus leadership for all armies. This I didn't get last time. Recruitment costs... Oh, it's literally the same thing. 3 turns, leadership 6, recruitment cost 5. Well, we have to right the wrong, obviously. There's a huge difference between what we click there and all. Alright, yeah, he did go to the same spot. Awesome. Strengthen weapons, and here we go. This is going to be an exciting battle. By the way, just let me go and open my window really quickly as we load in. And Interesting, we're actually going to win this battle, even on auto-resolve. It's going to be a Pyrrhic victory, and I'm assuming... Yeah, I'm not going to lose any forces. When you mouse over auto-resolve now, it actually tells you which units are going to get wiped out in the auto-resolve, which is very, very useful. We're not going to lose any units, that's kind of interesting. Oh, I didn't comment on the army, very weak. Saurus Warriors and Skin Cohorts. I'm assuming he lost most of the better units that he starts with, fighting the Court of Libarus and the vampires and whatever the hell was over here. So yeah, that's highly unfortunate for him, but this battle is going to be fairly easy. I will cheese it, so let's load into the battle while I go over here and open the window so that I can actually breathe a little bit. It is rather warm in the room right now. Here we go. Alright. Tell you something. While I set up the army and the cheese and everything. Oh, this is a ridiculously easy battle. Oh, this is tragically easy, honestly. Okay. We just set everything up over here and we're golden. I mean, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to still put the artillery here, because I want them to hit the towers. And not only that, I want to provide cover for the reinforcing army. So why don't you go like all the way over here and go all the way there. But I will put, or I will try and put the Quarrelers sort of on this ridge, if at all possible, or as close to it as possible, and try and fire over this to the garrison, which I'm assuming is going to be sort of sitting there and there. We can move around as soon as we destroy the towers. It's going to be like, I'm going to have free reign over all of the surroundings, pretty much. I do have a story for you, though, considering that we're going to be just talking about the siege. I do have a couple of things for you, so... First of all, some advice. We talked about guns last time, and the whole legal mess of trying to get one legally and properly in my country, and, you know, all the paperwork, the pricing and everything, and it's something I'm really, like, passionate about, and something I can talk to you ad nauseum for. I'm not going to repeat the same conversation now, that'd be ridiculous. I'm not that insane. But I have something like in a sort of similar non-gaming, just banter vein, and that is if you can ever get your hands on one of those electric anti-mosquito devices, do. Because up until last year, I didn't exactly realise how... Actually, no, the year before that, I didn't exactly realise how effective those things are. I used to not be able to open the window during a few, like, I want to say like 2 months of the summer, and usually it's the 2 warmest months, in the evening. And if you can't open the window in the evening, you are, you know, objectively the temperature might be 36, 38. Subjectively, it feels like you are being boiled alive by cannibals. So, just want to get that out of the way. That is exactly what it feels like, and it is not pleasant, as you might expect. So, the point of this is to tell you that if you can get your hands on one of those, they are stupidly effective, and I love them. They probably poison the air along with the mosquitoes, and they're probably not very healthy for you, but they're like $2 or something, I think. I think I've paid... Actually, no, I've paid for the device, I think I've paid like $7 or $8, and $2 for like a packet of those capsule things. The way this one works is you plug it into like an electrical socket, and it warms. There's like a heater inside it, and you put a capsule on top of the heater, and the heater slowly melts the capsule overnight. It takes, I think, around 13 hours or so for the capsule to melt. And you melt the capsule like that. Not ideal. Okay, should we shoot something else? No, we should not. That took out half their health. Skin Cohorts, everyone. They're great units, I'm sure. Just not for battle. As funny as that sounds, it's actually kind of true. I mean, look at that. Like, one volley took out half the unit. That is... We fought goblins and greenskins and didn't get those results. Just saying, Just saying. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to micro this too much. I'm going to micro it a little bit, but not too much. Let's move everything forward. And the reason I want to move everything forward is I don't necessarily want to have the entire battle just be me. Oh, really? You can't go, like, up here at all? Ugh, boring, CA. I don't want the entire battle to be just me firing artillery at lizardmen. No, instead I want it to be me firing artillery and magic at lizardmen. I'm only partially joking. That is kind of what I'm going to do, but... Ah, I wish that did more damage, because it looks awesome, but in reality it just sort of throws them around. But, you know, it's... Actually, HP-wise, it did fairly okay, so I guess I can't complain. Don't bust down the door. The artillery's going to do that for us. We're not barbarians. You know, we have tools for busting down doors and such. I want to target the guys back here. They're much more easier to kill. And I suppose you can shoot at them. That's fine. No, honestly, you can shoot at the guys back there as well. That'd be fine. Oh, just look at that! Look at that! That is a massacre. Actually, with the lower cooldown on the runes, this is kind of not bad now. I mean, mind you, this isn't the lowest we can get the cooldown. There's still more upgrades to be had, but regardless, like, this is actually kind of impressive. That said, though, we do need more ammunition for the stuff. Don't really think you can hit that. Can you hit them? Wouldn't that be grand? You honestly just keep firing and use all your ammunition because you're hitting stuff, right? I mean, what else can I really expect from you? You're hitting stuff, you're killing stuff. Good on you. Keep doing it. The end. I suppose I might save a bit of ammunition and try and get the Feral Stegodon that way, but honestly, I think I've buffed Thorek enough to be able to tank the Stegodon for a while. And I don't need him to fight the Stegodon for that long, so... yeah, I suppose that will sort of do. No, move. Terrible. Actually, you know what? No, just knock it down. Don't exactly have ammo to spare. I mean, we have a limited number of quarrelers, or just, you know, just 4 grudge throwers, but or just 4 per army, just 8 grudge throwers. But you know, it's important that we knock that out. It's the only thing that can do damage to us until we close to melee. Okay, hold. There's not that many targets that are great for you to shoot at right now. Let's hit them. That thing's down. Hit the Saurus shields on the wall. 30 seconds until we can use it on this blob. I think that's going to do a good bit of damage. How much damage did you do? 7,000. You know, compared to one of the grudge throws, which is like on 10,000 right now, that's not awesome, but at the same time, it's like kind of like an extra grudge thrower-ish. Certainly no caster of magics from any other race that has destructive capabilities, which here would just be, you know, insanely overpowered, but at the same time,
Thorek Ironbrow.
not doing too shabby either. Let's get all the actual infantry forward that's going to do the fighting soon, and they will do some fighting soon, I promise.
What? Kazakan Kazakita.
So many of you down there, like... virtually begging me for, well, virtually begging me to shoot you. Tell you what, there's a bunch of skinks over there. Why don't you do the honors? And I think this is the one I can control, right? Yeah, it is. Oh, I didn't realise those were dead. I still killed a couple, but... there we go. Let's do one more. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Truly, there is, there are few things as satisfying, I assure you. Grudge throwers do tend to move a lot, though, even when I've, okay, I haven't turned on guard mode, but even with guard mode, they kind of tend to move around a bit too much. Tell you what, now they're all nicely lined up here, why don't you give them a few volleys? See how you do. Because I'm pretty sure the ones that you miss here, you're gonna, yeah. If you miss the ones here, you're gonna hit the ones behind them, so... I think we're being particularly efficient here. And then let's do another one of these. Yeah, look at that, like, in total 15,000, that's roughly as much as a grudge thrower, and you can, you know, unlike a grudge thrower, you can actually fight in melee. And also, unlike a grudge thrower, you took ages to do that, but then again, you know... I feel like there's lots of arguments to go either way there. At the same time, he isn't able to destroy walls and gates, but at the same time he can hold the line and do that, but at the same time he has infinite ammo technically, but he needs a lot of time to cast, and, you know, it's... really, I think it's a sort of an endless argument, just constantly going back and forth with, yes, they're different, but they're also very similar, I guess, is the point. See if you can't hit those Saurus warriors back there, because skinks I'm pretty sure we can easily get rid of. Saurus warriors, a little bit more of a tough target. Okay, and our better grudge throwers are done. Let's see what these ones do. Yeah, I call the other ones better, but not by much. Actually, we can compare how much, like 8,000 damage versus 15,000. Alright, mind you, these guys still have ammo, but yeah, they just hit stuff more often and harder, I think, most of the time. So. Ooh, this is ideal. Oh, that is a lot of them killed. 20,000 damage. Wow, 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 wow. Alright. 20,000 damage. I mean, that just tells you how powerful magic can be. That's a rune that's like, you know, it's supposed to be pretty darn weak. It's stronger against a single unit. It's really not that great, and, you know, it takes ages to cast. Imagine what I could do with, like, Law of Fire, Law of Metal, or actually Law of Metal only with Balthazar Gelt, but like, you know, Vampire Death Magic something. I could just keep casting it between them and you know, get rid of all of them. Of course, those factions would not have Grudge Throwers, obviously, but, you know, then again, they could have 5 or 6 casters in the army, no problem, and nobody would bat an eye, so... Fire a few volleys on these skinks. Should be able to hit them pretty nicely from that angle. Indeed we are. Matter of fact, we're hitting them too well. We're hitting the corpses, like they die before we get a chance to actually, you know, cause some more serious damage. It's kind of a waste of ammo shooting skinks. Both because they die so easily and because they have, like, their individual units have low HP. Fascinating. Okay, let's hit these guys with 83 units on the thing. How much damage have you done? Not that much. Not that much, actually. Interesting. I mean, I say not that much. They've punched far above their weight class, obviously, but at the same time, you'd sort of expect maybe a little bit more from Quarrelers. Mind you, I don't have a lot of the upgrades that they need to be a lot better, and I think extra ammo would have helped the most here. They don't have a lot of ammo. I think I gave them like plus 20 with research, and that's plus 20 for Dwarven Infantry. I'm not sure if they count as Dwarven Infantry, as stupid as that is. What do you mean, Juggernaut? They're infantry. Well, yeah, it says missile infantry, but does it count? Or is it just like melee infantry that can do range damage like these guys? Because if it's just like these guys, then, you know, it's slightly less good, I suppose. I wish I could cast this on walls, then it would be like a... Also, I don't think it would be overpowered. This is just greater armor piercing damage, and not really needed against skinks, but... I'll tell you what, let's draw them in for a fight, and then we can cast that thing one more time, maybe. Hold fire, by the way.
Thorek Ironbrow.
Oh, I stopped them from moving. That's the opposite of what I wanted. I forgot that this that this does that. No, there they go. I think this is the most I'm gonna get.
Do it! I am the ranking lord.
Send in the hero units first, and then send in the infantry. Maybe I should have waited a little bit longer. I could have gotten maybe another cast of this thing, but honestly, if we can't beat them now after doing so much damage to them, like more than a third of their army has been killed.
I Grumney.
Yeah.
Thorek Ironbrow.
I feel like we don't deserve to win the battle if we can't do that. Plus, like, all the rune buffs are gonna affect all of the units in this kind of fighting. You gotta admit, that's a pretty serious bonus. It's a shame they're running. I wanted to cast another one of these.
What? Casting the runes.
And there we go. That's army losses. It was a huge army. They've taken way too many casualties. So, ergo the early army losses. But let's just confirm those army losses. You know, I just want to give them the chance to excel. You know. I'll give him the chance to excel. And excel he has. So there you go. Quite the a significant battle right there. I mean, that was their main army, but well, at least I'm assuming it's usually the faction ruler that has the biggest and the most badass army when it comes to the AI. But not always. You know, sometimes they lose some very important battles and they can't recruit the good troops again where the ruler respawns, so I guess that depends. It's usually the vampire counts that have that problem. It's like, I'll defeat Manfred or Vlad and his big-ass army, or maybe I won't even meet them, someone else will defeat his army, and then Vlad will have, like, just zombies and those wolves, but someone else in his faction will have, like, top-tier Graveguard, Vargheists, Vargwolves, and so on. For me, tends to happen, like I said, usually with
Summon me if you dare. The axe thirsts for war.
with that lot, but I suppose it all depends. Okay, we don't have any more money to throw around for recruitment. Well, we do, but I don't want to, basically.
What can I do?
I don't want to do this either. I mean, not right now.
What needs to be
I'll
done?
do this first.
Right. Ready to do the guild's bidding.
Oh, it's an actual ruin. Okay, interesting. So this down is a cube. There we go. You can find solutions for these online, by the way, if you don't feel like doing them, or if you don't feel like thinking about how to do them. The cube ones I like. They're kind of interesting and they're kind of easy. I think they're the easiest to do, in my modest opinion. It's just sort of like decrease range, increase number of projectiles. Oh, it's a blunderbuss. Cause fear and then blast. Increase range and anti-infantry. That's pretty good. That's not that great. That's not that great. That's eh. I feel like we should do this last. We should give ammo and triangulation first. But now that you've done the quest, you can actually go and join up with the other armies. And we have enough money to upgrade Karak Azul. Do we have enough Do we have enough money to upgrade Karak Azorn? No, we do not. Well, we have enough money, but we don't have enough population, rather. Alright, Karak Azul gets the upgrade. And, I think Lamia too? No. Not yet. Alright, that's it for now, I think. Question is, do we want to split up the army and go after the Doomglade alone? Probably, but I don't know. Maybe we want to split them up after we get the Quarrelers and the extra Dwarf Warrior unit. Because we're going to get 6 more. We're just going to put it at 15 out of 20. Not superb, but at the same time, pretty gosh darn good. I don't know.
By the ancestors, you've got...
Oh, you want a peace treaty now? Yeah, no, Sunshine. I don't think so. I feel like these two smaller armies combined can take out pretty much all of the other settlements. Minus probably the last one, because by then they're going to recruit something. And Thorek can and will constant self-leadership, disabled if leadership is lower than 50. Oh, so he has a 10% buff on everything. As long as he has alright leadership. You know. Ammunition for Quarrelers, Thunderers, and Rangers. That's good, but I feel like we should go for this. Mind you, that's only if they're rank 7 or above. I want to reconsider. Most of my army isn't rank 7 or above. Yeah. I'm not going to go with this. So let's grab the other faction buffs. Probably not the ideal way of doing things. It's probably a more min-max efficient way of going about this, but to be brutally honest with you, I don't particularly care for the most efficient way of doing things. Receptorate's a level 1 settlement. Ugh. Is all I have to say about that. Oh, he's recruited another lord at the Doomglade. Interesting decision. Very interesting decision. He won't be able to do anything for a few turns, and well, I don't know. Apparently my new favourite word. Tell you what though, what I do know is I think this has been quite enough for this episode. That's been a really, really lengthy battle, and we've wiped out like another major faction, militarily speaking. We haven't destroyed them fully, but like you know, we've decimated their balance of power, so that should count for something. I think this is going to be enough for this video. Quite lengthy and large in file size already, so yeah, we'll pay tribute for Extra Republic Order. I think that's going to honestly, unironically, save me from dealing with a bunch of problems that I don't want to deal with. Karak Zorn gets upgraded. Yes! Finally! We're going to have some decent troops here, and look, Longbeards and Thanes are awesome, but we're going to get that next. Not right now, okay? Not right now. It's a level 2 settlement. I'm assuming the only thing you can recruit is Skinks. And if Skinks is the only thing you can recruit, I am not afraid of you. So let's give you all of the army units.
Summon me if
I'm going to disband you. That will increase our income by a tiny bit. It's not insignificant. And then next turn you can jump over here and maybe fight him, maybe not, we'll see. And Thorek... Oh, they have another army over here. And there's a... Well, there's not a full stack, there's a 16 stack over here. Saurus Spears, Saurus Warriors, and Skinks. Where are your better units? What are you doing? I understand it's early in the game, but, like, you really should have some dinosaurs and stuff to like, pose a threat. You seem to have gone the quantity over quality route, which I don't... Well, I can't really say I recommend, right? Can't really say I recommend that. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Like and subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video and stay tuned with the rest of the series. we did good. We did really, really good. Next time, I'm going to probably fight here, take the Golden Tower, possibly fight at the Doomglade to take it, and then see how we're going to deal with Teotihuacan. Given the mid-sized garrison and the full-size stack, probably... I don't know, Thorek is probably going to be enough to take it, and then the other army can go this way. But maybe I want to bring both of them just in case. It depends. I doubt I'm going to bring both of them. But anyways, that is all for next time. Until then, have fun, take care, and bye-bye.